you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug.
Really had much to say until he started running for president.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person.
Elon Musk has officially filed an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and the hosts of The View, accusing them of defamation and spreading intentional misinformation. The lawsuit stems from Goldberg's claims that Musk and JD Vance were plotting to manipulate government power if Donald Trump were removed from office. This legal battle has ignited fierce debates over free speech, media accountability, and ethical journalism. Adding fuel to the fire, Joe Rogan weighed in on his podcast, calling out the hypocrisy of mainstream media, including The View, for once embracing Trump, only to later vilify him.
Really had much to say until he started running for president. Then I could say everything I needed to say. My face said everything.
Was the episode of you when you were on The View, and I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president.
Right.
And you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
Rogan's take on media bias and shifting narratives aligns closely with Musk's claims against Goldberg. He suggested that Musk's lawsuit could set a precedent for holding media figures accountable for spreading misinformation and using their platforms to push agendas. Meanwhile, Goldberg has responded emotionally, insisting her remarks were not aimed at Musk, but were merely a lighthearted reference to her cat, a defense that many find hard to take seriously.
Okay, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. That's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
Critics have dismissed Goldberg's explanation as a weak deflection, while Musk's supporters see her sudden shift as an admission of guilt. Rogan's remarks further amplify the debate, highlighting the ongoing cultural divide over media responsibility and accountability. At the heart of Musk's lawsuit are allegations of defamation and slander, as Goldberg and her co-hosts allegedly claimed that Musk and JD Vance were secretly plotting to seize government control.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Musk's legal team argues that these statements were baseless and deliberately aimed at damaging his reputation. The case fuels a larger debate on whether talk shows should be held accountable for prioritizing sensationalism over facts. Rogan has also weighed in, pointing out how The View once praised Trump, but quickly turned against him when he entered politics. He called out their inconsistency as a prime example of how media narratives are driven by political agendas.
The audience was cheering. And then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Yeah.
But there's probably no one in history that I've ever seen that's been attacked the way you've been attacked, and the way they've done it, so coordinated and systematically. And when you see those same people in the past, very favorable to you, like Oprah, when you were on Oprah's show, she was encouraging you.
Rogan's observations bolster Musk's argument that talk shows manipulate narratives, fueling public distrust. Goldberg's defense, that her comments were about her cat, not Musk, has only added to the spectacle. She insists it was a joke, but many see it as a flimsy excuse to dodge accountability, further amplifying scrutiny on The View.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people if you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah. Well,
we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
Rogan's take aligns with Musk's lawsuit, pushing for higher media standards and accountability. The lawsuit has gained widespread support, sparking viral hashtags like #SupportElon and Cancel the View. While supporters see Musk's move as a stand against misinformation, critics worry about its impact on free speech. Rogan's involvement adds credibility to Musk's claims, as his audience views him as a key figure in exposing media hypocrisy, further strengthening Musk's position.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth. But
I don't think some of them are dumb.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Sunny Hostin's
You think it's deliberate?
dumb. I think she's ideologically driven, and they have blinders on, for sure. I don't think Sunny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it and it's nothing.
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there. Sometimes comics do that.
Yeah, and
for fun.
The other question is that representative of a big constituency? I think probably yes.
Well, a lot of
MSNBC
people,
viewers are probably also thinking,
I don't even think the MSNBC viewers. I think
that's
they're a
too
little
far.
bit more sophisticated than that.
Yeah.
This is like low information, blue no matter who, like older housewives who are mad at the world. That's the appeal that Whoopi Goldberg has.
Rogan pointed out past clips of Trump being warmly received on The View, only to be vilified once political tides changed. This shift mirrors Musk's concerns about how media narratives are manipulated to target public figures, reinforcing his argument about the dangers of biased reporting.
She put me in her movies, right? A long time ago. How much did I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the
Whoopi, I love you. I'm telling you.
And they're trying to humanize them and change your idea about who this guy is. Don't fall for that.
Trump, you're talking about. Talking about Trump.
Musk's supporters emphasize his push for transparency and fairness in media coverage, while Rogan's commentary underscores the growing demand for media reform. Critics argue that Musk's wealth and influence could stifle dissent, but Rogan highlights a broader cultural shift toward accountability. The View has long faced criticism for pushing biased narratives, prioritizing sensationalism over facts, something Musk's lawsuit brings into sharp focus. Goldberg's emotional outburst and shifting explanations have only fueled doubts about the show's credibility. Rogan has been vocal about this, calling out mainstream media for hypocrisy and selective outrage. He pointed to earlier episodes where The View once celebrated Trump's success, only to later portray him as a dangerous threat. A calculated move, he argues, to align with shifting political winds rather than uphold journalistic integrity. Goldberg's defense, that her comments were about her cat rather than Musk, has drawn widespread skepticism, with many seeing it as a desperate attempt to sidestep accountability. One of the most contentious points in Musk's lawsuit is the claim that Goldberg's remarks incited violence. During the show, she allegedly joked about someone tripping Trump, a comment Musk argues could be interpreted as encouraging harm. Goldberg later backpedaled, claiming she was talking about her cat. Rogan weighed in, warning about the dangers of normalizing violent rhetoric in media, especially under the guise of humor. Musk's lawsuit, coupled with Rogan's critiques, raises urgent questions about the ethical boundaries of media discussions, particularly in today's politically charged climate. Critics accuse ABC and The View of pushing politically motivated narratives, prioritizing ratings over balanced reporting. Rogan echoed this sentiment, arguing that legacy media manipulates narratives to suit political interests, ultimately eroding public trust. Whether Musk's lawsuit succeeds or not, it's clear this battle is about more than just one case. It's about a growing demand for fairness, accuracy, and transparency in journalism. With Rogan amplifying these concerns, alternative platforms are playing a bigger role in holding mainstream media accountable. So, what's your take? Is Musk justified in taking on the media, or is this lawsuit a step too far? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.